Anatomically, modern humans originally arrived on the Indian subcontinent from Africa between 73,000 and 55,000 years ago, according to present genetics agreement. The earliest known human remains in South Asia, on the other hand, are from 30,000 years ago. Domestication of wheat and barley may be documented at the Meher Garg site in Balochistan, Pakistan, and was quickly followed by goats, sheep, and cattle. By 4500 BCE, settled life had expanded more extensively, and the Indus Valley civilization, an early Old World civilization contemporary with ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, began to gradually grow. Drought forced the population of the Indus Valley to disperse from huge urban centers to villages in the early 2nd millennium BCE. The Vedas, huge collections of hymns composed by these tribes, were composed during their Vedic period, which was between 1500 to 500 BCE. Around 600 BCE, the composition of Vedic literature came to a halt and a new inter-regional civilization formed. A second urbanization occurred when small Janapadas were united into large states or Mahajanapadas. The urbanization was accompanied by emergence of new ascetic movements in Greater Magadha, such as Jainism and Buddhism, which opposed Brahmanism's growing influence and the primacy of rituals presided over by Brahmin priests, which had become associated with Vedic religion and gave rise to new religious concepts. During the 4th and 3rd centuries BCE, the Maurya Empire captured the majority of the Indian subcontinent. Prakrit and Pali literature flourished in the north, and Tamil Sangam literature flourished in the south, beginning in the 3rd century BCE. The various portions of India were dominated by numerous dynasties for the next 1500 years, during the classical period, with the Gupta Empire standing out. The classical or golden age of India refers to this time period, which saw a revival of Hindu religion and also its intellectual thought. Aspects of Indian civilization, government, culture, and religion spread throughout the world throughout this time period. The tri-party battle centered on Kanuj that lasted more than 2 centuries between the Pala Empire, Rashtrakuta Empire, and Gurjara Empire was the most significant event between the 7th and 11th centuries. From the middle of the 5th century, many imperial powers rose in southern India, including the Chalukya, Chola, Pallava, Shera, Pandyan, and Western Chalukya empires. Indian mathematics, notably Hindu numerals, affected the development of mathematics and astronomy in the Arab world throughout the early medieval period. As early as 8th century, Islamic conquests made minor gains into modern-day Afghanistan and Sindh, followed by Muhammad Ghazni's assaults. The Delhi Sultanate was formed in 1206 CE by Central Asian Turks who governed a large part of the northern Indian subcontinent in the early 14th century before succumbing to the Deccan Sultanates in the late 14th century. The powerful Bengal Sultanate rose to prominence and lasted for 3 centuries. During this time, several major Hindu states arose, including Vijayanagara and Rajput states like Mewar. Sikhism first appeared in the 15th century. Large areas of India were gradually conquered by the East Indian Firm, a chartered company functioning as a sovereign state on behalf of the British Crown from the mid-18th century until the mid-19th century. The Indian Rebellion of 1857, which shook sections of North and Central India and resulted in the company's dissolution, was sparked by dissatisfaction with company control in India. In the British Raj, India was ruled directly by the British Crown. The Indian National Congress, led by Mahatma Gandhi and known for non-violence, launched a statewide struggle for independence after World War I. The All Indian Muslim League will later campaign for the creation of a separate Muslim-majority nation state. In August 1947, the British Indian Empire was divided into the Dominion of India and the Dominion of Pakistan, with both attaining independence.